Good day, folks. Today I'm going to demonstrate to you how to create a mail merge, specifically in this case for the new applicants, seeing as we aren't using the new applicants front end anymore and we've incorporated it into front office. Just quickly before we carry with that, you should by this point have run your latest updates and be on update 68 if you check your update log. And I'll tell you why that's relevant in a moment, but so we'll simply start by saying alright, let's open a blank Word document. Okay, and I'll tell you what, before we talk about creating the merge from scratch, I'm going to show you that I have actually created some templates for you. They're in Dropbox. If you go to your front office Dropbox, properly, if you go to manuals and walkthroughs, to templates, mail merges, you will see three letters here, one for acceptance, one for not acceptance, and one for the waiting list. The beautiful thing about these templates is that, and the way I've linked up the mail merge, is they actually fetch the data straight from front office. They look for actually the front office on your C drive. So if you copy these mail merges out of Dropbox, please don't open them in Dropbox. Copy them out of Dropbox to anywhere on your computer and open them. They should locate front office and actually immediately pick up your new applicants if you've been capturing them in front office, as I've been explaining over the last few months. The beautiful thing about this is that it will continuously update itself if you add new applicants to front office over time. So you might open the acceptance letter, send a few off, and then add more applicants to front office if you discover that more arrive, and you can then open the merge again and it will update itself with the latest set of data. The other thing is that you actually therefore don't actually have to set these letters up in the way that I'm going to show you, in other words from scratch, because when I say from scratch, you may want to write your own wording, etc., but you won't have to set them up in terms of fetching the data for them every time. You should be able to copy these letters straight out of Dropbox, put them onto your computer, open them, and they should find your school's data straight off the bat. If these letters are going to be put onto another machine in the school, then you have to ensure that you've updated the server and that machine has updated itself from the server so that it also has the latest data sets that I've put in, which is why I discussed right at the top of the demo that you should have run the latest updates, because I put new data sets in them that are going to be relevant and a bit easier to use for these letters. And folks, I think once you see the magic and the power that we actually have at our fingertips, I mean, taking mail merging to new heights is very easy, and it's going to give you the flexibility as the user to be able to create your own letters in all facets of school. And we'll start building this thing more. I can build the data sets in front office so that they have the relevant columns and information for you. I can update en masse now to everyone. Everybody can start building their collective ideas, putting their collective ideas forward, and we can build an amazing system whereby you can draw from a huge pool of information for your relevant needs. Okay, so I'm just going to create a merge from scratch, just so that you can get an idea of how it works and what's going on here in particular. The first thing you do is this is just a blank Word document. There's no data sitting behind this document at all. So we want to link it up to the data in front office, and that's what I did for the templates that I created. So you click on mailings, the mailings tab at the top, select recipients, drop the list down and choose use an existing list. Alright, it's going to bring up a browse window. And you would basically just browse your way to your C drive. ISOF folder, and you would be locating your current front office file, which is always called frontoffice.mdb. Simply click open, and it's going to bring up a list of all the tables and data sets in front office. We're going to create an acceptance letter. So there is a data set or query, if you like, called accepted mail. Here it is here. Choose accepted mail and we say OK. As I say, folks, if you copy those templates across to your system and you've run your latest updates, you won't even actually have to go through this. It will automatically find your school's that exact data set that I've just showed you, which will be populated with your information, obviously. Okay, and we basically are good to go. So let's just say that we create a date to start with. Sorry, I'll copy this. I'm copying and pasting this across from another system. So, and now let's say we want to enter our first fields. So we go to insert merged field, drop that list down. Now what I've tried to do is I've tried to put the fields that you may use, or should I say I've tried to put the fields that you're more than likely going to use for this mail near the top of the list for your ease of use, because as you can see there's a number of fields here to cover many bases in this particular record set. In any event, let's start, for example, with the parent title. So I click on insert merge field and I choose parent title and insert merge field. Let's choose initial. Okay, I forgot to put initial up near the top, but there it is over there. And you can actually put a space in between these. Let's just put a little space in there. Let's say insert merged field and say family name, and let's go, let's reduce the spacing, and this is the beauty of, you're working in Word, so your editing power is just unmatched really. So let's click over there, take away no spacing. I'm just going to go back to mailings, insert MAC address and MAC address 2 and so on. Then let's say we were going to put with reference to the learner's name, so we could come in here and put let's say name, comma, name is, remember, name in front office is surname, and first name, and we could say something like dear, let's take the bold away, dear insert merge field, family name. So let's say you want to preview the results, and I think in this particular data set that I used in my testing and creation of new applicants, I had 5 accepted learners. So you can click on this preview results button in your ribbon at the top, and you can see it actually comes out with the learner's name, and you can scroll. That's the first recipient. You can scroll through the recipients, 2, 3, and if I click this, it'll take me all the way to the end of the record set. Okay, and you can see that, as I was saying, there were 5 learners, and you can match this up with your numbers that we put into admin records with the latest updates in front office. If you've got, say, 26 new applicants accepted, you should have 26 records in this mail merge. If you now want to return to the merge, you just click on preview results again. And you'll see that you have returned to the design of the mail merge. Just incidentally here, there is a shortcut to that includes name and first name, or it's first name and then name, which is this field over here, insert merge field. You can just choose learner and preview results, and that puts the whole learner's name in. Okay, actually, if I look at it, I beg your pardon, it's surname and then the first names. Okay, so you can carry on with your mail merge. I'm just going to copy and paste an example of the template that I have here, and I'm going to show you something we can do. Okay, so I've copied and pasted this paragraph in. It gives me great pleasure to inform you that your daughter Ward first name has been provisionally accepted at da 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 da. Now, just to show you what I've done here, I've created something in the merge, or in the merge field, should I say, where we can actually put a merge in here for daughter or son. So if we go your daughter, and we go insert merge field. There is actually a field here for son or daughter, and there's one for Afrikaans as well for seun of dochter. So we put son or daughter in here, and if we just click preview results, you will see that it picks up through the gender of the child whether it's a son or daughter. Just an example of some of the other ones that I created for these type of purposes. I created son, daughter, seun, dochter, him, her, he, say, his, her, and then of course he, say, caps first. In other words, if it's the first word in the sentence, the H or the S will be a caps, and same for the English one, his, her, the first letter will be a caps, because obviously sometimes you could say something like, let's create a sentence here, like we wanted to start off by saying his acceptance is dependent upon XYZ, so we say his acceptance. You'll notice I didn't go into the design of it there, so it just picked it up in the preview results, but I'll show you. Is dependent. Glad I spelled dependent right. I can never get that one right. Yay, spell check. So you can see it's actually put the his, her, caps first letter in. So if I was to say is dependent on, and then again put his, her behavior over the Christmas period. If he's on Santa's naughty list, he will not be accepted into school, blah 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 blah. Okay, then remember that you can copy and paste or scan a signature in, and just copy and paste it from wherever you got it. You may have to grab it and resize it. Something like, right, something like that. And then you can actually finish the merge, click send emails, choose the email field which is in there already, and click your subject line, say acceptance letter, etc., and click OK. I'm not going to click OK now because it's going to go to the emails in this data set, and it'll rifle through those and it'll send it via your Microsoft Outlook. Just as an aside, folks, I do find it advisable when using the front office suite that to keep your versions of the front office of the Microsoft Office suite the same. I do find in some cases that schools have like Office 2013, but Microsoft Access, which is the platform in which front office runs, the Microsoft platform in which front office runs, they'll have it in say 2010 or vice versa. And sometimes you find that the slight differences in versions do create a little bit of conflict when the Microsoft suite is working between the programs, and that really is the advantage of using Microsoft, is that you can have these programs seamlessly talking to each other. So it is beneficial that if you're going to install the Microsoft Office suite, that you install the whole bang shoot as the same version, and of course particularly the professional version. But yes, that's just an aside, and it's not, at the end of the day, it doesn't tend to cause that many hassles, but it can do. So just to quickly have a look at the results here, so you can see how it comes out. Click preview results, and you can see of course that it's put the merged fields in. His acceptance is dependent on his behavior. You can see how the capital letter has worked there, and that looks pretty good, I would say. Quite happy with that result. Now, one thing to note, folks, is that when you open this again, okay, it's going to ask you if you want to update the existing data set that sits behind this mail merge. Okay, I'm going to show you an example now. I'm going to save this document. Save as. Let's just save it in the ISO folder. Okay, so now I've saved my letter in its particular location. So now when I open it again, it's going to ask me, opening this document will run the following SQL command. Select all, star means all, from accepted mail. Okay, the simple version, or the layman's terms there, is this particular document you are opening has a data set behind it. Do you want to run this document with the updated data set? In other words, if you enter new applicants or further records into front office, those records will now be available in the mail merge. So as I say, folks, the templates are sitting in your Dropbox in that location. You can copy them across to your computer, obviously provided that computer has front office on it and it's the latest up-to-date version of front office. It will automatically find your data set and populate that. The template is pretty comprehensive. You would obviously be able to edit it and change it to however you see fit. that concludes the demo for mail merging. Any addendums to this, obviously, I will release, and on a future date. Feel free to provide any input or feedback, and we can carry on building this marvelous element to the Microsoft Office suite. Thank you. Bye.